Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is the start of a new journey. We're going, hopefully, from Peon to Parsable. So let's begin. So this is going to be our take on the Zero to Hero challenge. Rather than just going for the same old guides that everyone does, or just Let's Plays, which everyone does, why not combine the two? Smushing them together in some behemoth Goliath abomination. We shall be taking this little goblin, Grimdisco, who some of you may remember from our glyph flying video. She bravely jumped off the Zeppelin into the Dragon Isles, and well, now she has found her way to Veldraken. The idea is we are going to level really only via dungeons, and then once we've hit 70, we are going to bravely step foot into M+. Now this character started out as a disc priest, hence the name Grimdisco. In the background you will see the Tell Me Whens I've set up while we're in Bracken Hollow. The UI, everything. The UI is from one of my healing UIs, the Tell Me Whens are for disc priest. It's a complete mess. So we're going to take this foundation, which is definitely Peon, and each video we're going to look at a different aspect of Grimdisco, be it the UI, Tell Me Whens, weak auras, professions, and all of this while we're trying to catch up, as we have started late compared to many. Of course, we do have the Worthy Ally buff. Now the Worthy Ally buff comes from when your main character has reached level 10 of each of the factions. You will then basically gain a buff that gives you 100% increased renowned until you reach level 10 yourself. But hopefully that shouldn't impact too much on what we're trying to achieve here. Our main focus is going to be dungeons. We're going to make changes. Then we're going to head into a dungeon and see what effect that change has. We will also be looking at how you go about learning a new class. I have no idea how to play Shadow Priest. A couple of months ago, I leveled another priest called Tiku, my panda, and had so much fun playing Shadow. But really, I was just playing whack-a-mole. I was hitting buttons as they light up, and it was a wonderful time, but I was not good at all. Hence, that's why I picked it for this video. I love Grimdisco as a character. I'm truly awful on Disc Priest, and maybe, well, one day we'll do that as a series, but that will be not today, my friends. Oh no. Now, of course, it doesn't hurt that Shadow is currently in line for some buffs, but I will say, if you want to play a class long term, you want to really just fall in love with it and enjoy it, never base it on whether a class is going to be meta or not. They will always wax and wane, especially now Blizzard are trying to focus on weekly changes, keeping classes in line as much as they possible, so there's no real front runners. And if you dedicate yourself to just following what meta classes are going to be, then you are going to be paralyzed picking what you want to play. You're going to be desperately waiting every time for a tier list to come out, waiting for somebody to tell you, play this class. It is much better to focus on a class that you enjoy for whatever reason. It could simply be the aesthetics, whatever it may be. Whatever it is for you, learn to play that class then as the best you can and stick with it. You'll be a far better player knowing all of the toolkit and being able to use it to help out your team than someone that plays a meta class just because the higher base damage can make up for their lack of ability.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Speaking of lack of ability, you would have been watching the video hopefully in the background and seeing that we have an extremely long way to go in this series. I've used very little of the class utility, and I believe where I did, which was a mass dispel, it was in completely the wrong place and on completely the wrong thing. I used no power infusion. Yeah, big no-no, especially as I have it that I can buff an ally and myself. The UI is a complete mess with stuff all over the place. It's not giving us any useful information. Speaking of useful information, our nameplates aren't feeding back information to us. We need to change that. Our add-ons are all over the place. Generally, it's just horrific. We did gain a useful trinket, which is very nice, so that's a little upgrade. Now, we just need to put everything else together. And hopefully, go from a pathetic Peon, which I am right now, and to, well, passable at best. That's our goal. This is going to be a long series, and I'm very much looking forward to getting into it. and taking each of these aspects, learning from them, expanding on them, so that we can go forward and hopefully become better players together. But thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Laters, everyone.